Ready?
Are we live? Film Madam doing his little Irish dancing. Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, so what we're going to do on this one, something a little bit different for us. It's going to be like a bar stroke family room. There's going to be a bar here. It's 4 metres deep, this one. It's the one with the AstroTurf on and also one with the flitch beams. There's going to be a pool table over there. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a panelled wall down here with a drink shelf. And it's going to be turned right around that corner. There'll be a TV on that wall there, pool table there. So you can see what we've done. We've drawn out where we're going to sort of like have things so it works with the sockets, this and the other, different size panels. What we'll do, I'll show you how we're going to create these panels. We'll create the mouldings around there as well. That line there represents the drink shelf. Now, the drink shelf wants to be approximately 4 inches so you can put your pint on it. Stella's choice for me. If you want to send me any, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to have a 4-inch drink shelf on there, but of course if you're just fixing that wall, it's not going to be stable, it's going to rock and it's going to fall. So what we're going to do, we're going to pack the wall off, so 3/4 of the shelf is supported by wall. It will also allow us to put depth on these panels as well. So that's what we're going to do, that's going to be painted. And then we're going to create a bar as well, so the bar's going to be here. It's going to be a two-tiered bar, so it'll have a top shelf and then a bottom shelf. It'll right angle around there as well. There'll be a fridge there. And what we're going to create on this back wall here is a back bar for spirits and the like. And we're going to have some lights coming down on it as well. We're also going to have an LED strip light under there as well. Bizarrely, as we were doing this, some guy posted some pictures of one that he'd done. I showed it to the customer and it's exactly what he wanted. So if that's you, heads up to you and kudos to you. But that's what we're going to do. Jen's going to do the majority of joinery on this job, and I'm going to film. Thank you. Right, so what she's doing, she's going along fixing the 4x2. What we've done, you can see that's the series of holes in the wall there. We found the upright timbers in the wall, so we've marked where they are. Jenny's going to fix them timbers to there. The back wall, we've OSB'd it. We OSB'd it because we wanted strength because of the weight of the roof, so we've double OSB'd it. We've OSB'd it on the outside of the building and the inside, so we can literally screw them battens wherever we want. So we'll put these 3 rows of battens on, and then we're going to sheet face it with MDF, just to give a bit of depth on the wall for the shelf. Right, so we battened the wall out, we put a top batten, middle and bottom. We've done that all the way down that wall. We've also done it all the way down this wall as well. What we're now going to overboard it with 9mm MDF. What we're trying to create is depth on the wall so that the shelf sits on the wall and doesn't want to cantilever off when you put a pint on it. 9mm over that spacing is absolutely fine. We're putting some end packers there. The beauty of doing it like this is, just hold that, Jen, please. The beauty of doing it like this is you can conceal all your screws. All them screws in that joint will be gone when we put our downward rail on there. So what we'll do is we'll put a top rail on there, the bottom rail on there, the skirting board will cover the bottom, and then we'll put vertical rails all the way along to create the panels. But what we're going to do, we're probably going to get some 18mm MDF to make it, give it a bit of depth on the wall, which you need really when you come off the wall rather than having just a flat panel. So we'll fix them with jut rod screws. You won't see your fixings once. When we put as rails on, we'll pin them with the nail gun. We might even use the 23 gauge pinner just to pin them so that you can't, very little to fill. And that'll be the detail there. Obviously you've got your void behind it. Adam's going to run his sockets through like that. We're also going to drop out an LED tape light under this bar shelf as well, which will illuminate the wall. Right, so we've marked out where this panelling's going to be. We're going to put these 100mm rips of MDF along there, down there, across the bottom, and then the skirting will go on. And then what we've got as well is this bead. I don't know if Adam can see the profile of that bead. Can you?
Yep.
Yeah. So the bead will then sit on the recess of the MDF. So what we're going to do now, we're going to rip down a load of MDF at 100mm, and we're going to create the panelling, and then we'll do the beading, and I'll show you that going on as well. Right. So this is his first rip. It's 100mm. Just all that measure. What we're going to do, we're going to pin that to there. That'll provide the top. What I've done as well, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that, Adam? I've put a little chamfer on the edge there, so that when we butt joint the other one up, I'll put a chamfer on that and it's somewhere for the filler to get filled. Otherwise we'll be butt jointed and the filler would just not go in the hole and then you'll get a crack when it dries out. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut a bigger hole in that. What we're going to do...
What are you using to stick it?
What?
What are you using?
Are you asking me or?
I'm asking you, yeah.
Out of curiosity or?
Well, for the video.
Alright, okay. I'm going to glue it first with some PVA, and then, to address Adam's question, I'm going to use this Pazload 18 gauge IM 50 F18. 18 gauge because it provides a smaller head. What I'm going to do, this is 9mm as well, so I am going to adjust the depth of it because I don't want it to go all the way through. Jen will hold it in place for me, won't you, Jen?
I will indeed.
So we know that our top is level. So what I'm going to do basically is just go along, pinning it. I'm using 40mm pins.
It's cool.
I mean, it's possibly cold, but could be running out of gas as well. I mean, you can't beat the Pazload, but Jesus, have you? Right, you can't blaspheme either, can you? You can't beat the Pazload, but I really think they need to address the gas situation because it's a massive. I mean, that gun's practically brand new and it should fire constantly, but it doesn't. So that's a lot of crap. Right, what we're going to do now? We'll put the uprights in, we're going to cut them exactly the same length, and then when we offer the bottom rail up, we'll push it up to them, and then that will create a panel. So, when you cut MDF, you get this raw edge. You need to prime it and all kinds to get the paint soaking and have a nice finish. Sanding it, putting PVA on it, or you can use some, I think it's called Zinner primer. But by doing it this way, you don't actually need to prime it. So what we're doing, Jen's going to cut me a load of these now. That will be the upright of the panel. I'll then fix that to there. Again, I put a little V-joint in there. Can you see that, yeah? And then we're going to put this bead on. So that bead sits in there like that. So we'll mitre it there, obviously. So that bead then will cover these raw joints. So all we'll have left is these filling holes and that V-joint as well. So that's that bead that's going to go on there. That'll provide the moulding. That'll provide that. We're going to drop one in down there as well, a deeper one, so that we can get the skirting board on to sit flush as well. So there's your panelling. It's straightforward. It's real easy to do. We've obviously concealed our fixings the best we can. We'll conceal them with another strip there, and then we'll move down here where all these panels will be the same size. You can see we've marked them out down there. So Jen's going to cut 16 of them uprights. The likes of that there. The way we've worked it, we've got a full sheet there, and that's the joint. You see that, Adam? Do you want to walk around there? Stood right back at the room. So what we've done, we've worked it out. That's dead centre of the room, so we've dropped a panel on there, so that will go over there, and that will then cover that sheet of MDF. What we're trying to do is minimise any kind of filling and prep work that we have to do. So basically all we have to do is go around with a bit of filler, fill the joints, fill the holes, sand it down, get us beads on, and then that's your panelling done. And it's pretty straightforward, really easy, really quick, and really effective. Right, so we've got the top rail on, we've also got the vertical rails on us now. The reason why I've done that rather than putting the bottom rail on first is because you're going to cut these, if they're slightly out, you're moving up and down, you're pulling that up. What we'll do now, we'll get this bottom rail and we'll push it up to meet that. So that'll go around. What we'll do, we'll put a deeper one on because we want the skirting board to sit flush, obviously, but you can see it's starting to take shape now. We've obviously concealed the joint in the board, so there's less filling to do. You'll get a better finish when you paint that up. We've V-jointed the MDF, Jen. So basically what we'll go round, we'll fill all them, we'll get them sanded down, and then we'll start putting our beads on. I started doing this YouTube palaver. What's it called? What do you call it?
YouTube channel.
No, what did you say?
Tomfoolery.
Yeah, I started doing this YouTube tomfoolery stuff years, about a year ago now, because a lot of people would ring me up, messaging me, asking me how to do this, that and the other. So we started doing this. It escalated really quickly, and I thank you all for that. And then regularly get trolls now, which I'm dealing with. That's absolutely fine as well. But then you get some really, really nice people as well, really genuine, nice people. I regularly get alcohol sent to my house, which is obviously doing me no good whatsoever. But a guy messaged, thank you, Jen. A guy messaged yesterday and asked could he send £80 for us all to go out for a meal just because of all the information and videos and stuff we do, which is like really bowled me over. Like really, really nice gesture. So whoever you are, I think your name was Gary, I can't quite remember now, but I thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, right, so top rail, vertical rail, bottom rail. We've now created the panelled wall. we've got as little as possible to fill. If I'd have thought about it a little bit more, which I didn't, I could have put them pins closer to there and then my bead would have cut them, but I didn't think of that, Jen, so other things on my mind.
Sack him.
What?
Sack him.
Sack him indeed. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get some filler on them, just because if we don't put the filler on now, it'll be just a little bit harder to rub when we put the beads on. So we'll get all that filled and sanded down on there, and then we're going to start cutting the beads and fixing the beads. Cutting the beads and fixing the beads.
So as you can see, we've gone round and we've filled all the holes in. We've took our time to make sure that we haven't missed any holes, so that I'll get sanded and filled nicely.
Yeah, I've definitely got mine.
And if you have a look over here, Liam's just started doing the trims to the sides. Long way.
Right, the thing with this bead is it's a bit of a bugger to cut because that's where you need to take your measurement from on the rebate, but you can't actually see it. So what I've done, I've got one there, I've tested it, and it's the same height, which it should be anyway, because all the panels are the same height. So what I want to do is just mirror that, put that to there, mark it, and cut it. And then what I'll do is I'll just cut a load of them, so all the uprights should be the same height, which hopefully they are. So what I'll do, I'll use that as my template, and then what I'll do, I'll just put another piece on like that, use that as the measure. That will go on there, and then I'll show you over here how it fits in. Excuse me, thank you. So what we'll do, we'll offer that in like that, that in like that, that in like that.
Beautiful.
And then that one will drop in there, and that basically, obviously that one's a little bit tight, I'll have to recut that one, but that will go in like such. I'll need a little bit of titivation on that, just to get that joint right and that joint there, but that'll be your panel basically. So we'll just go down there doing them, we'll make them right, we'll fill them, we'll pin them on, and then all it'll need then is sanding down, and then our oak drink shelf with upstand as well to put your pint on.
So this is yours finished today. What have we done, Liam?
You tell them what we've done, Adam.
No,
tell us what you've done today.
I've done loads of electrical work, got all the lighting ready for it. They've just tossed it off basically and put on a few trims.
Right, it's YouTube, so you can't swear. Start again.
Start again. Right.
Right.
No, you're not really going to put this on YouTube.
Yeah, just do it. Just
No,
do it.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, so we've finished the panelling. It still wants a bit of filling and a bit of sanding up and stuff like that, make it a little lovely. But so basically, 100mm strip, vertical 100mm strip. We've made that bigger there. The skirting will go on there. You'll still have 100 block there as well. Then we've put this bead on as well. I showed you how to cut that. That there is going to have an oak shelf on, which Adam has.
We're going to bring some cables out here and put into some LED strips that are going to go underneath the shelving.
There you go, and they are going to sit in that profile there. Can you see that?
Can you?
They'll sit in that profile, and I'll router out the bottom of this shelf so you can't see it. It will be flush. It will drop a light down onto there as well. Over here, we're going to have a bar. We're going to have a flap. You're going to walk in. We'll have a bar that goes around there. It will be right angled there. We'll have a back bar here, which is going to be MDF and panel as per the customer's request. We'll also have some shelves with some more LED lighting on, won't we, Adam?
Yes, for mood.
Mood lighting, we like mood lighting. So, what we're going to do as well, we're going to have banks.
Jukebox.
We're going to have banks of lights because Adam wanted them all to come on in one go, but as you can see, it's bright as hell in here. So let's say it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You've kicked out your relatives, you're sat here with your wife, you're chilling out, you've got some downlighters on, you want to drop the light a little bit lower, bit of mood, get her in the mood.
Put dinners on them.
We can't put dimmers on. Right, so we're going to have a pool table over there. There is going to be a jukebox. A jukebox. Over here there'll be a little games, like a little Atari games console type thing. Bifold doors, they're all going to slide that way. We're going to have a tilt and turn over there. And on that TV, on that wall, we're going to have
a 50-inch
a 50-inch TV. So it will be practically a 50-inch rear back one of them back. So we're going to need some heavy-duty bracket for it, obviously. But we'll put some flitch beams at wall to carry it. Right, that's us finished. So why was that screen black?
What screen?
That-
It's because we tilted it down.
Okay. You done there, Jen?
I've been cutting down the 100mm strips for the
And?
wall,
Yeah.
and I've been sanding down.
And what else have you done? You've forgotten.
I've forgotten.
You cut all the beads.
Oh, I cut all the beads.
Yeah, so
Every
Jen's
single
cut
one
all
of these
the
beads I've done.
As you can see, there's quite a few. Do you know how many?
10 for what?
There was about 50 odd.
Have you earned your wage today?
Yeah.
Have you shown your pencil? Are you happy with your pencil?
Very happy with
How
the
long do you think
pencil.
you'll have it?
Longer than Liam.
Liam's already lost his today.
So that's us finished for today. Tomorrow we're going to jump on the Kingspan roof again, but then we will be back to here. I'm gonna, me, Jenny, and Adam are going to finish this job, so nobody else is going to come on this job. So we'll
No
give
glory.
Yeah, we're not going to let anybody else have the glory on this one. So if you'd like to like, subscribe, follow, comment, and it's all appreciated. And don't forget the Christmas raffle. We're going to launch it very soon. Prizes already amassed past £3,000 worth of prizes, tools, there's a boiler. A guy's thrown in a £500 alarm kit as well. So if you've got any prizes you want to donate, it's for kids with cancer, Candlelighters charity. That would be fantastic. Get in touch and we will liaise with you and we will make this prize massive. Thank you. Bye.